One of the secrets of a happy life is continuous small treats. We forge the chains we wear in life. You will never be happy if you continue to search for what happiness consists of. You will never live if you are looking for the meaning of life. The need for forgiveness is an illusion. There is nothing to forgive. You cannot judge what should bring others joy, and others cannot judge what should bring you joy. One of the keys to happiness is a bad memory. Happiness is like a butterfly, which, when pursued, is always beyond our grasp. But if you will sit down quietly, may alight upon you. Happiness is not the absence of problems, it's the ability to deal with them. In our lives, change is unavoidable, loss is unavoidable. In the adaptability and ease with which we experience change lies our happiness and freedom. Three grand essentials to happiness in this life are something to do, something to love, and something to hope for. The fact is always obvious, much too late, but the most singular difference between happiness and joy is that happiness is a solid and joy a liquid. The present moment is filled with joy and happiness. If you are attentive, you will see it. You cannot be happy unless you are unhappy sometimes. Happiness and sadness run parallel to each other. When one takes a rest, the other one tends to take up the slack. Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light. Happy girls are the prettiest. Expecting life to treat you well because you are a good person is like expecting an angry bull not to charge because you are a vegetarian. The secret of health for both mind and body is not to mourn for the past, worry about the future, or anticipate troubles, but to live in the present moment wisely and earnestly. Can anything be so elegant as to have few wants and to serve them oneself? Happiness, simple as a glass of chocolate or tortuous as the hard, bittersweet life. I must learn to be content with being happier than I deserve. I think happiness is what makes you pretty. Period. Happy people are beautiful. They become like a mirror and they reflect that happiness. There are two things to aim at in life. First, to get what you want, and after that, to enjoy it. Only the wisest of mankind achieve the second. Stop feeling sorry for yourself and you will be happy. The foolish man seeks happiness in the distance, the wise grows it under his feet. I find hope in the darkest of days and focus in the brightest. I do not judge the universe. Many things can make you miserable for weeks. Few can bring you a whole day of happiness. Happiness makes up in height for what it lacks in length. The only way to avoid being miserable is not to have enough layer to wonder whether you are happy or not. Everything is a gift of the universe. Even joy, anger, jealousy, frustration, or separateness, everything is perfect either for our growth or our enjoyment. Happiness is holding someone in your arms and knowing you hold the whole world. You never regret being kind. There is one, there is some kind of a sweet innocence in being human, in not having to be just happy or just sad, in the nature of being able to be both broken and whole at the same time. To be happy, you must fancy that everything you have is a gift, and you, the chosen, though you worked your tail off for every bit of it. A great obstacle to happiness is to expect too much happiness. He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. Happiness is not an ideal of reason but of imagination. As people spin faster and faster in the pursuit of merely personal happiness, they become exhausted in the futile effort of chasing themselves. Dream as if you will live forever, live as if you will die today. If you got it, flaunt it. If you don't got it, flaunt it. The secret of happiness is to find a congenial monotony. I am not bound to win, I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live up to the light I have. Judge nothing, you will be happy. Forgive everything, you will be happier. Love everything, you will be happiest. It is not how much we have, but how much we enjoy that makes happiness. Happiness is a conscious choice, not an automatic response. We can't control the world, we can only barely control our own reactions to it. Happiness is largely a choice, not a right or entitlement. Happiness in this world, when it comes incidentally. Make it the object of pursuit, and it leads us a wild goose chase and is never attained. Doing what you like is freedom. Liking what you do is happiness. Happiness is being content with what you have, living in freedom and liberty, having a good family life and good friends. Indeed, man wishes to be happy even when his soul lives as to make happiness impossible. Resolve to keep happy and your joy, and you shall form an invincible host against difficulties. There can be no happiness if the things we believe in are different from the things we do. Be kind whenever possible, it is always possible. Anger and aggression weaken you because they take so much energy to hold in place, but kindness is a strength that makes you more serene. They who can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. Adopt the pace of nature, her secret is patience. There is no stress in the world, only people thinking stressful thoughts and then acting on them. Most of us believe in trying to make other people happy only if they can be happy in ways which we approve. I have only two kinds of days, happy and hysterically happy. Forgiveness does not change the past, but it does enlarge the future. There are two ways of being happy. We must either diminish our wants or augment our means. Other way do the result in the same, and it is for each man to decide for himself and to do that which happens to be easier. If you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. If you want happiness for a lifetime, help someone else. Happiness consists more in conveniences of pleasure that occur every day than in great pieces of good fortune that happen but seldom. I think the key to life is just being a happy person, and happiness will bring you success. Happiness is always the serendipitous result of looking for something else.